arranged marriages versus love marriage. That's what they told you, that there are these two types of categories of marriages or relationships. It's either love or it's arranged. But I feel that they are not, I believe that these are not the real categories, love and arrange. Like, that's a very shallow way of seeing any kind of a relationship out there or any kind of a marriage out there, because many times you will see that love marriages fail, many times you see that arranged marriages fail, many times you see that love marriages work, and many times you see that arranged marriages work. I do not feel that those are the two categories. The real two categories are karmic marriages and soul mate marriages. I know. I also never believed in soulmate stuff. And yeah, I'll tell you why I don't believe in soulmate stuff, because I guess Bollywood made it way too um, disgustingly annoying, irritating. They just put in some stupid fancy stuff to it. No, I am not talking about any of those, Korean drama kind of soulmate stuff. And I actually have never seen them. On a honest note, I've not seen them, but yeah, of course, I've heard about the hype with the Korean dramas. So I don't know. It may not be right to judge it because I've not even seen it, but yeah, I've just heard and saw some clips where they were showing that Korean dramas are they around soulmate stuff and whatever. So yeah, I feel I also never believe in soulmate stuff, and but yeah, it does exist. It does exist. Who are we to deny, or I mean, who are we to deny it? You cannot deny what's universal, right? So of course, soulmate stuff is not in that, how they depict in Bollywood or something. No, I'm not going to. That's not the real soulmate stuff that they see. I don't know what they show you all. I mean, us all, but yeah, I know that's really annoying. Oh God. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So when you are in your karmic patterns, when you've still not, I've seen, okay, so let's talk about karmic relationships first, because that's easier to describe, I guess, than soulmate stuff, because soulmate stuff is very mysterious, I feel. There's a lot of mystery around it. Why is that it's so natural for two people to come together? Maybe because they are at the same spiritual level and it's always easy, and both are there to give to each other. Whereas in karmic relationships, you will find that one is a victim and one is an oppressor. You will be likely finding that kind of a dynamic in a karmic relationship. So I've seen a lot of people, what did they do is that they would always keep friends around them or people around them who are less than them. Maybe in their salaries, maybe in their I don't know, whatever competition that is there out in the world. So yeah, whatever competitive markers are there, they kind of try to have those kind of friends who are less than them in many of the ways, because it just makes them feel a lot more secure within themselves. So these are the karmic relationships. These are the karmic relationships where it's your insecurity is your karmic pattern, and that's how you will always find those comforting relationships, and hence you will never challenge yourself. Though many karmic relationships, there are other kind of karmic relationships which are very challenging as well. There's other side of karmic relationships that are really, really challenging, because both of them are not at a spiritual level, at the same spiritual level, and it creates a lot of confusion, misunderstandings, And yeah, it keeps creating that kind of a loop until one of them awakens and understand, and most likely it's a victim who gets awakened, and it gets awakened and understand that it is not working and it is going on in a loop and loop and loop, and this is not the way I want to live my life, and they separate or they come apart. So yeah, you will find that karmic relationships are of these kinds. There are many people who come together because they kind of satisfy each other ego in many ways. The kind of relationships where people keep getting validations from each other, so they stay in those comforting relationships. So karmic relationships can actually be two types: very comforting as well in many senses, and yet so vacant from inside, very vacant from inside. Like you will feel that sense of nothingness, and yeah, you will never be fulfilled in those kind of relations. Those relations are very comforting, but somehow everything will be perfect around you. You are like that picture perfect maybe couple, or you're like picture perfect friends, but something would be vacant within you always. And the other kind of karmic relations are very challenging, where and these are the kind of relationships where one is a victim, other is the oppressor. So you will find that these kind of relationships are actually very challenging. Yeah, the other person is in want of your energy and you kind of keep giving it in some or the other ways, because maybe you are only in any of your patterns, karmic patterns. Many a times attachment is you will find is a highly likely karmic pattern that is there. You will find in many of the relationships, and attachment is like a very very common karmic pattern that you are going to find in people, in relationships. Attachment is very different than love. It's actually opposite of love. Attachment is actually opposite of love. Love is for the fearless. Attachment is for the fearful. When you're in attachment, you cannot be in love, and when you're in love, you cannot be attached. Attachment is actually the opposite of love. It's not like when you love, how they say you love somebody, you might feel that attachment, and yes, there is a kind of an healthy attachment attached in healthy love. I do agree with that point, but at the same time, you can let it go when it's time to let it go, right? I truly feel that. And of course, you can do that. Life brings you to that level where you can do that. Those are the karmic relationships. Or one person is down somewhere in the gutter, and he wants you or she wants you to be in the same place, to be in the same gutter as you, to have that same level of insecurity, maybe to have the same level of attachment, maybe. So, or have you not seen in many marriages, and I've seen it in many couples, they kind of don't like if their partner is the partner is doing a lot more well in their life than them. They kind of don't like it. So those are and they might be the picture perfect couples for sure, but And time is the true test of these relationships. Time is the true test. As time passes by, as new situation challenges come up, these karmic relationships cannot hold themselves. One day or the other, they will fall. They will, get into their own stupid loop, and they won't even understand when they will just fall off. Because you cannot betray the time. So karmic relationships, they do fall off. Karmic marriages, they do fall off with the test of time. Whereas divine marriages or the soul mate marriages, I was always that girl who never believed in soulmates, and it's just, and when I even say that word, I still feel so, that kind of energy associated with the soulmate, name, the kind of dreamy energy associated with it, like how they depicted it, I guess it's just so unreal. And yeah, it's so unreal. Whereas soulmate marriages are very mysterious, and yeah, they just happen. They're just likely to come together, and especially when you have your lessons, when you had your lessons, karmic lessons, you are more likely to move towards your soulmate marriages, or most likely to move towards soulmate relationships. These are the relations that make you fulfill, that put you together. These are the relationships that fulfill you. These are the relationships that are at your maturity level, and you both grow together in such marriages, in such relationships. You both grow together, and there is a very reciprocated energy associated with it. So you give, the other person gives it back, and likewise it keeps on going. It's an infinite, it's an infinity symbol formed between both of you, because it's just keep on flowing. One gives, other receives, one gives. That's how it's an infinity symbol. So there's kind of a flow between you two both, and it's, maybe I feel like it might be some past lives stuff, but I also feel that there is something associated, they're mysterious, and of course life brings them together, universe brings them together, God brings them together. Even God brings karmic relationships as well together sometimes. Every time universe brings that together too. Sometimes you're supposed to have those lessons, those kind of painful lessons first. Majorly first, you will going to have the painful lessons, obviously. So I have these teenage cousins abroad, and they kind of feel that there is so much, they kind of feel that it's arranged marriages are, they just, how can somebody just meet one day or 2 day and can fall in love, or can decide that they want to be together forever, in their lives? How is it even possible? So nowadays the new generation thinks like that. How is it possible? How is an arranged marriage even possible? So when I was a kid, I believed in arranged marriages because I thought that love was just fake, because I guess that's how they showed it in Bollywood. I don't know why I would believe that, believe that love doesn't exist. I don't know why I would believe that. I don't know. I still find it silly. And of course, when I grew up, I kind of started disliking arranged marriages, because I thought that they are they are they're very planned and they're very schematic in a way that yeah, your caste is seen, your social status is taken into consideration, your caste, your identity, your of course the dowry thing, stuff, everything. So I kind of started to have a dislike for arranged marriages when I grew up, because of course as you grow up, as you come into that zone 18 plus and everything, you're most likely to fall for that liberal mindset, is what I feel. So I had a kind of a dislike and disdain for traditionalists, for conservative, and yeah, like that. So once this but now I do not see life in that sense. I do not see that love marriages are good or arranged marriages are good. Love can be good, love marriages can be good, and arranged marriages can be good. Love marriages can be bad and arranged marriages can be bad. Those are really not the two categories. The two categories are karmic relationships and your soulmate relationships. So when your relationships are formed, they are formed by whom? It's not about you. Is it formed by your own lower self or your own karmic patterns? That's what decided which partner you're going to date in or get into marriage with? Or is it done by your intuition, by a kind of familiar feeling? Just a familiar feeling, it didn't have any plan or scheme in that sense, or any kind of shadowy pattern. For example, if you're insecure, let's say you're very insecure, then you are most likely to select somebody who is less than you in some ways, maybe salary wise, or maybe whatever. So you're most likely to select such kind of a partner, right? And hence and it might be in your shadows. You might not want to see it. You're still not ready to see it, and you choose that comfort. You're most likely in a karmic relationship. That karmic relationship will bore you. That karmic relationship will make you feel so vacant. Why will be there? So yeah, I mean, these two cousins of mine, they were trying to tell me, like, how can you marry somebody you have seen you just met twice or thrice and decide to get married? Because some marriages are really come together by universe, and yeah, and of course, if you are beyond your five senses, you know it, you can feel it, you know what steps to take. So I just wanted to come here and discuss about, like, there are not two types of marriages, arranged and love. There are actually other two categories, and love marriage and arranged marriage fall in those broader categories. So the two categories are karmic marriages and divine or soulmate marriages. And karmic marriages can be arranged marriage or love marriage, whereas divine or soulmate marriages can be love marriages or arranged marriage. So it's not about these two kinds of stuff. Yeah. So as a kid, I never believed in love at first sight or something like that, but now I do believe. Not because it ever happened with me. I don't think it ever happened with me, love at first sight. Because yeah, I don't think so. It can ever happen with me. But I mean, not in the way that how Bollywood show it stupidly, but it's a kind of a, I think it's a kind of a quiet knowing within you that what person is what soul is what a soul can really bring to you, what kind of, what level of consciousness a soul holds, and what can it really bring to your life. The more the level of consciousness, the more it is going to give you a lot in life. So I think it's a very quiet knowing. I kind of now believe in love at first sight now. I kind of believe in soulmate stuff because it does exist. It does exist. And your soulmates are people who are at your spiritual level, and life becomes easier. You know, when you're out of karmic patterns, when you're out of karmic relationships, there comes a point when you are likely to realize that you deserve an easier relationship, you deserve a smoother relationship, you deserve love, you deserve cooperation. So your soul is, you know, is out of karmic relationships and is out into the soulmate stuff. But I truly feel that you have to raise your level of consciousness to really find, or you know, to get into a soulmate marriage or to get into a soulmate relationship. I really feel it's all about the level of consciousness at the end of the day. The more the level of consciousness, the more and more your relationships are going to be smoother and easier. And karmic relationships do play a very important role. It's just that please awaken. Yeah, please do the work. You know, many of the times people are in their challenges, but they just want to close their eyes off. They just feel so tired and exhausted that they do not want to do the work, and they refuse to do the work, refuse to see within themselves, refuse to even see outside, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to come here and discuss about these two categories of marriages and relationships. Thank you for watching the video.